From the future site of Super Bowl 60 in a few years' time, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays that we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A nice job getting free on a return for 13 yards. And the Niners are going offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Purdy from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. You got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. The Niners are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Shotgun now with Purdy. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. But he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the
all right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes. and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs. Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Giants.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. These two teams all tied after one. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Okay, here we go.
Throwing, Jones. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, 2 good plays on this one, Brandon. The first one at the quarterback because the pressure affected his throw. And I think it forced him to throw away from his designated target. And how about the second bit of pressure downfield? The receiver going up for the pass, helping force that incompletion.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now Jones off the bootleg. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Barkley will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Barkley again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Gano now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Giants 14, 49ers 7.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move.
And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I don't care what level of football you play. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long and hope someone would come free.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. A nice little breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Out of the gun, Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And the Niners are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when, as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, off into great success.
Touchdown 49ers! Christian McCaffrey from 8 yards out. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point try now for Moody. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it. Up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And take it right on the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Jones, a throw completed to Hyatt. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Third and 2. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants have taken the lead. So let's see, that was 3rd and 2. They hit the short pass, having the first down. He said, well, let's get a little more than the first down, all the way into the end zone.
And I know this is the NFL, and 3rd and 2 isn't necessarily a rundown. I think most of the time you play it as a passing down. But you can disguise it a little bit, right? You can show heavy run formation, make it look that way, and still throw the football effectively, as we just saw there. And he's still running, isn't he?
He stopped now, and he got 6 points for it. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 18 yards, first down Niners. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Back to throw, Purdy. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 9-yard line, second and 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing here, Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And the 49ers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First down for Ayuk, quietly coming off a career year for the 49ers. Got over 1,000 yards on his final catch of the regular season. Did that and caught 8 touchdowns despite playing with 3 different quarterbacks over the course of the year.
The deuce is wild here. Second down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. McCaffrey is in. Touchdown 49ers.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey, what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
This one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. They keep it with Barkley on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamagreen Lenore. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready?
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Try to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. Oh, no, he lost the football. And down inside the 15 he goes. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
The former first-rounder put it all together in 2022 with career highs across the board and cemented himself as one of the faces of the Giants' defense after an all-pro season.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Jones looking to change the play. Again, it's Barkley. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
First down, New York.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 10 more there and another first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Paris Campbell from 6 yards away. And the Giants have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Gano for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Giants 28, 49ers 24.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
Complete to Danny Gray. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. Here comes 2nd down. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Purdy, big 4th down play. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Purdy to throw. That's caught at the 25. He takes it across for the touchdown. They've taken the lead late in the final minute. Wow. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
Moody good with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's 1st down. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Into space at the 45. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Jones going to keep it on the draw. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
No timeouts left. Of course, the defense knows that, too. Here's 1st and 10. Jones. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Jones. Looking high its way once again. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10. And they're on 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Mitchell impressing with that carry, and it speaks to the kind of player he is. The San Francisco still made room for him in their offense after acquiring Christian McCaffrey. The only thing that slowed him down so far? Injuries. Defenses, they haven't had much effect on him.
First throw of overtime for Purdy. Flushed out right. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
70 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 down at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? You're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the West.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Purdy looking to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Well, that one hurt, CD. They were in field goal range. They wanted that touchdown, understandably, but now a field goal on the other side would beat them.
And when you get the ball first in overtime, you're thinking to yourself, nothing less than a field goal, but you really want the touchdown. You don't want to put the onus on your defense to try and hold. In this case, they put it on them anyway, but at least they were aggressive, trying to get the score that would have ended the game.
But only able to muster a gain up to the 8-yard line. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This now a 3rd and 4. To throw is Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Charles, any chance they'll go for it here?
I think that there's a chance. They have to consider it because of the way they play offense in this game. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at the points that they've put up. They feel confident they can keep it going. But the risk is, and the downside is, you don't get it here, you've set up your opponent in really good field position.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
19, Tiger.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This to win it in overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. With this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Giants win the football game. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going. And points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Jets, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next